clickety-clacking as you play the game. Stop your train along the track. Where will it be? Under the tree. Clickety-clackety, clickety-clackety, automatically. You get 3 games, you get trains, you go on hunts for buffalo. An automatic pinball that will tell you where to go. Fun for all the family underneath your Christmas tree. Game train, game train, game train.
What you are about to see is top secret. The first official test of the powerful new Lionel turbo missile firing car. Right beside it stands the new Lionel reconnaissance copter car. Suddenly, its roof snaps open, and the reconnaissance copter zooms aloft to get range and position of targets. And there they are, on the other side of the firing range, a battery of new Lionel aerial target cars, their air compressors holding the targets in place. And now, the test. Fire 1. Fire 2. Test successful. See the exciting new Lionel turbo missile firing car, aerial target car, and the reconnaissance copter car. Remember, boy, you're the boss of the greatest action cars ever created when you own Lionel trains. This is a tense moment at the launching base as the huge Atlas missile with the man-carrying Mercury capsule is prepared for the shot. Now, for the first time, this most powerful rocket is to be launched from a railroad car, the new Lionel Mercury capsule launching car. The astronaut is moved to the capsule hatch by the new Lionel cherry picker car. It moves off. The countdown begins. Nearby at the new Lionel heliport, a Navy copter takes off to make the recovery. The countdown proceeds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the liftoff. The capsule separates and settles gently to Earth by parachute. And you control the action. Remember, boy, you're the boss on land, in the air, and under the sea when you own Lionel trains.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, look what's coming down the track. American Flyer, all aboard. It's something nifty, something new. The tracks are all mounted and wired, too. The scenery's painted and fits just so. Now, put on the train and away you go. To make a change, just shift them around. Snap them together, and in no time flat, you've got a brand new railroad.
Just like that.
American Flyer, all aboard. All wired and mounted. The scenery's complete. Put the train on the track. It's really neat. The American Flyer, all aboard. Complete with electric train, pre-wired tracks, transformer, all landscape, all ready to go. Years of fun for everyone with the American Flyer, all aboard by Gilbert.
Lionel Trains, the only model trains with Magna traction, proudly present the Joe Dimaggio Show. Starring the Yankee Clipper, Joe Dimaggio himself, with Jack Barry.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jack Barry, inviting all you kids from 6 to 60 to another meeting here at the Lionel Clubhouse. This meeting is presided over by our honorary president, the famous Yankee Clipper, Joltin' Joe Dimaggio. As usual, Joe will run through some of our club member sports problems, and he'll introduce us to a famous guest star from the world of sports. And now, here he is, the famous Yankee Clipper himself, Joltin' Joe Dimaggio.
Thanks again, Jack. And once again, it's question time in the Lionel Clubhouse. Who's the first batter?
What was the first football bowl game, Joe?
The Rose Bowl, Tony. They began that one way back around 1902. After that came the Sugar Bowl, the Orange Bowl, and the Cotton Bowl in that order.
Joe, In football, I know you can have only 7 men on the line of offense. But what about defense? Can you have 8?
You sure can. When they've got you backed up near your goal line, you can throw an 8-man line against them. Or maybe even 9 if you must.
Joe, who can hit a ball farther? A baseball player socking a baseball or a golfer socking a golf ball?
Well, it has nothing to do with the guy doing the socking, Billy. It's all on the ball. A golf ball will travel up to 900 feet, and the longest home run goes a little more than 400.
I read in the paper once, Joe, about a double play going around the horn. What did they mean?
Tony, that means the long way around. The longest possible infield double play. By that I mean the ball is hit to the third baseman, he throws to second, and back to first to complete the double play. Well, fellas, that's just about all the time we have for questions today.
Hey, Joe, how's the meeting going?
Hi, Jack. Fine, just swell. How about telling the story about the young friend of yours and the dream he had that came true?
Well, yes, Joe, it's a wonderful story, and I'll bet that all of our club members have had the same dream at one time or another. Well, Tommy knew exactly what he wanted for Christmas. He wanted an electric train. He had the whole thing in his mind, even to the table where he was going to set it up. Sitting there at the table, he could picture the whole thing, and he would dream so hard that the whole thing would come to life right before his eyes. Of course, Tommy was a pretty strong wisher, and what he started wishing for was a pretty fancy-looking train set with locomotive and freight cars, and the station and the gateman, the water tower, and all kinds of wonderful equipment and accessories. So grand that you might think Tommy was wishing for something that just didn't exist. But Tommy knew what he was wishing for. And sure enough, on Christmas morning, Tommy's dream came true. Because Tommy had told his father that he wanted Lionel. Just the low-priced Lionel Scout train set with a few Lionel accessories. Yes, even the simplest of Lionel train sets and track layouts is a wonderful, thrilling, complete model railroad. That's because it's made by Lionel. Lionel, the originator of the electric model train. Makers of the most realistic, scale-detailed model train equipment. Lionel, the only model train with magna traction. So, boys, if you're wishing for a model railroad for Christmas, and I know you are, be sure to tell your dad you want a Lionel railroad, because Lionel gives you the most real-looking trains and accessories, which are the most fun for all. Well, fellas, I know that you all enjoy those films on dog obedience. And now for some more fun, suppose we take another look in on our Lionel engineer.
Now, boys, I'm going to show you why Lionel trains are better. I'm going to show you how carefully they're made, and how well they're put together, and how they operate. For example, look at the head of this typical Lionel locomotive. The smoke box door hinges, pilot steps, the uncoupling rod. They're exactly duplicated. And see how this drop coupler and air hose are simulated. And notice these handrails of stainless steel. And now look at the steam valves and side gears. Every part is modeled to the most minute detail. Now look at these wheels. They're all steel, mind you, and have a high adhesion surface, better traction. And of course, they also have magna traction. That's a magnetic force that holds the wheels to the rails to give you increased power, higher speed, and more climb. Fellas, these are just a few of the details that show you how Lionel trains are made better and put together better so that they will look better and operate better. And speaking of magna traction, I know you boys want to learn more about this new development in model railroading. So we've made up this book on magna traction called The Magic of Magna Traction. It tells you what it is and how it works, and it's packed full of pictures and information to help you to have more fun with your model railroad. Now, all you have to do to get this free book is send your name and address to Joe Dimaggio. That's Joe Dimaggio, care of the Lionel Corporation, 15 East 26th Street, New York, 10, New York.
And by the way, boys, you can get a complete Lionel train set, locomotive, tender, cars, track, and transformer for as little as $14.95. Larger Lionel sets are moderately priced, too. And they all have magna traction.
And now, folks, this is Joe Dimaggio saying so long.